Okay, there is a do now. Take a few moments. Hi. When the bell has rung, right? When the bell rings, what are you supposed to do? Do now. What is the do now?
The guiding question.
And today it's also answer number 1 and 2 that are on the board. So go ahead, talk amongst your groups. How do you communicate is a guiding question. Number 1 and 2 are up here. I'm going to put 2 minutes on the clock. That one? Yeah. We've got a guest speaker here, so and I'll slide them to you in the middle of it, okay? The Barrack is not here right now.
What is Lower Nation?
It's a name tag because you have a special guest. Okay, and while you're doing your do now, remember we have a special guest teacher today.
Do you know who Lower Nation is?
Laura Nisha's not here.
Oh.
She left.
No.
She was in the last class.
She was last period. She was here.
Eric Josh.
You have her with third period.
Eric Josh.
And she was here.
Oh.
Ivan, don't do that.
What?
Crazy child. No, don't do that.
Play. You're not from? You're going I'll find your name. I said restroom.
Okay, you have about 20 seconds. Let's see. Royer, you're going to answer part of number 1 on the board.
I was gonna ask you because I was late because of the parent conference, so I didn't get a chance to go to the restroom. Can I please run right quick? I'll be back in like 2
Okay, yeah, we have a guest teacher, so I want to ask you to do that last. Okay, time is up.
Isn't that cough drop? I'm sorry. What? Marina. It's right there at the Who's Freddie? What? Freddie. Oh, forget that.
Frank is over there by his absence today.
Dejana, Demetrius.
Okay. We will do our discussion of the guiding question. Is here, yeah?
Kiss us. Kiss time.
Okay, so we'll do our discussion of the guiding question and we'll answer 1 and 2. After this lesson, we're going to jump a little bit ahead. We ran a little bit behind because I was sick, so we're going to continue on with protein synthesis after this. But right now, we're going to talk about the next topic, which is good because it's the introduction for it, so you aren't missing anything.
Hi, everybody. Remember my name?
Not on that.
Miss H. Okay, so today we're going to do a lesson about genetics. And we're going to learn the different genetic terms, and we're going to see if we can do Punnett squares. Are y'all familiar with Punnett squares?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
No. Well, that's okay. We're gonna relearn how to do it. Okay. So But first, you guys have note, like big note cards in the middle of your desk. I need each of you to grab one. Because I have a question. Is it possible, and don't say it out loud, I want you to write it down on your note card.
Oh, you know it.
Is it possible for a child to have red hair if both of their parents have brown hair?
No.
Don't answer it, don't answer it. Write it down on your note card and tell me why or why not. Yes. Yes. When you answer it on your note card, you're going to put it in the middle of your table. And this is a silent activity. We're not going to talk to our partners, okay? Is it possible for a child to have red hair if their parents have brown hair? I can't tell you yes.
And I can't answer. Right.
You have 45 seconds. This should be really quick. And this is a silent activity.
Like, phone goes away, I don't want to see this entire class period, or I'm going to take it and put it to the office. You were given something to do, you should be doing that.
Make sure you put your names on your note card. Okay, time's up. So you can put that in the middle of your desk and I'll come by and pick them up. So, my question is, why does all of this even matter? Why does genetics matter to begin with? Can you raise your hand? And anybody know why is genetics important? Yes, we do.
Because it determines your identity.
Can you say it louder?
It determines your identity.
It determines your identity. Okay. That's serious. Oh, okay.
It matters because that's what makes us up. That's how we have all of our features that we have today. It makes us build us of what we are.
Exactly right. So, where do we get our traits from?
Traits?
Yes. Oh. Parents?
Yeah.
Just one? Or both parents? Okay, cool. So, we are going to do an activity to see exactly how this passing of traits works. So you have in the middle of your table like these little baggies, and then you also have a worksheet. There's worksheets in the middle of your table. It's called Smiley Face Genetics. So each of y'all pick one of those. And so basically you have one of you guys is an M and one of you guys is an F. And so you're going to be partners with the person in front of you. And M stands for mother, F stands for father. And I know some of you guys are not, you know, if you're a father, you're probably not a man. But it's okay, we're going to be mature about this, right? We're going to be mature about this?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So, I need your attention up here. Alright, so we're going to obtain a coin back from our teacher. We already have it. Okay, so there's different colored coins in here for each tray. One is for the mother and one is for the father. So there's 12 coins in this bag. And there's only one bag for the table, so you guys are going to share.
Are they coins?
Are you listening? This is important. Alright. So, Thomas is a mother. Asia is the father. They're going to have smiley face babies. Okay? Assyria. Okay. Assyria and Thomas are going to have smiley face babies. Okay? So, what they're going to do is, for the first column, it says face shape, and you need to grab a yellow coin. So there's 2 coins each. So Assyria's going to get a yellow coin, and Thomas is going to get a yellow coin. So you're going to flip it. You're going to flip it. And whatever it lands, well, don't make it land on the floor, make it land on the table. And whatever it lands on, if it lands on an H, you're going to circle the capital letter. H is for heads. If it lands on a T for tails, you're going to circle the lowercase letter. And each. So does that sound feasible? Does that sound easy to do? Okay, so what are we doing? Flipping the coins. Why? Well, if we read your chart, we're flipping our coins. We are flipping our coins to see what our smiley face baby is going to look like. We want to know what our baby looks like, if it's going to be cute or if it's going to be ugly. So, and the first column is for the mother. So if you're a mother, an M, you're going to fill out this first column. If you're a father, an F, you're going to fill out the second column, okay? We're trying, the purpose of this is to see what our baby, our smiley face baby is going to look like. So there's 6 different traits on here, and each trait has a different colored coin. Does everybody understand that? Yeah? Yes. Oh, okay. Does anybody not have a partner? H? Can you sit with him? She doesn't have a partner. You can sit with her. You too. I'll be your partner.
Oh, wait.
Okay. So, what are we doing again? Can someone raise their hand and tell me? Why? To see if who's ugly. The baby, the smiley face baby? Okay. Alright.
Clayton, will you move and be Demetrius' partner?
I need to be quiet before we start, because somebody might have a question. Yes, ma'am.
You said for H is a capital one?
Yes. Heads is for the capital letter. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about what we're doing? We all completely understand this activity? About what? Okay, so I'll explain it again. We have, so you are M or F. M, so you're the mother. You're going to be filling out this first column here. The face shape of your baby smiley face is the yellow coin. So you're going to flip the yellow coin, whatever, if it lands on a head, you're going to circle the capital letter. It says H or a T. So if it lands on the H, you're going to circle the capital letter. If it lands on the T, you're going to circle the lowercase letter. Okay?
H.
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys about 3 minutes to do
So
this.
does H mean?
Head, capital letter. Okay, go.
Royer, you need to let her know you don't have a partner.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
I think H is capital. And then Wait, number 2.
H. Or is my turn? We're gonna put the blue one. I got H. T.
What does not show in
One, two or orange?
No, whatever.
Yeah, but.
They're still supposed to get this.
For afterwards, not right now.
Okay, are you guys finished? Raise your hand if you need more time. Okay, I'll give you 1 more minute. We're just doing the first 2 columns right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's bring it back up here. Alright, so I'm waiting for you guys to stop talking. Alright, so we have flipped our coins for mothers and for our fathers, right? So, in our directions at the top, it says each parent is heterozygous. What does that mean?
Yes.
Different? You guys agree? Who agrees? What is hetero?
Oh.
It's different. Different. What does homo mean?
One.
Same.
Okay, great. So, our big C's. So we're talking about the third column, child genotype. What does that mean? What is a genotype? Valentina, what is a genotype?
Who's that?
Can you guess? What does genotype sound like? Genotype.
How does she know
What? Gene.
But like, it's far away.
Bring it back up here. So a genotype sounds like genes. And our fourth column, phenotype. What does that sound like? Miguel. Female? Pheno. Physical. That's a great word. Okay, so our phenotype is our physical appearance. What we look like on the outside. Have y'all heard that word before? Phenotype?
Yes.
Yeah. Some have, some haven't. Okay, so our phenotype is what we look like on our outside. Physical appearance. So, this is a good way to remember what genotype and phenotype means. Gene, phenotype, physical. Don't spit on each other, but you can like phenotype, physical. Like say it really hard. Physical phenotype. It's like you're angry, but don't be angry. Okay. So for our we are going to. I'm gonna ask you a question. Have y'all heard of dominant?
Yeah.
Recessive traits.
And recessive? Yeah. Okay. Delisa, tell me what dominant means.
Oh, dominant means like overpowering.
Overpowering something?
Well, not overpowering something, but like.
Yes.
It's like the one that shows.
The one that shows.
Yeah, like it's the one that shows on your
Okay. Matthew. The stronger one. Okay. And what do you think recessive means? If dominant means I'm taking over something, what does recessive mean? Yes.
It's less dominant.
Less dominant.
Less dominant.
Well, it's less. How you say it?
Yeah, like I don't know. Less dominant.
Inferior.
Less over. Inferior, that's a good word. Demetria?
Yeah. So like say inferior or hidden. Less.
Inferior, less. Okay. Look what I feel like you guys have a good like grasp on what like dominant and recessive means. So we're thinking about traits, and we have our father's genes. So let's look at face shape. So we have for the mothers a big C and a little c, and then for the fathers a big C and a little c. This table right here. Tell me what did you guys get for your mother and father? When you looked at one for the face shape. What letters? You got a capital C and a lowercase c. And so, what did you guys say? Where do we get our traits from again?
Our people.
Our parents, our mom and our father, right? So we have one letter coming from the mom and one letter coming from the dad. What is that going to make? Who said it? Who's saying what you say? A gene, right? So like, when we're flipping our coins, what do our coins represent?
Genes.
Their traits, like their genes, and their heterozygous meaning what? Different. So like on one side they have a capital letter, on the other side they have a lowercase letter because they have head and tails, right? So for our child's genotype, we have coming from our mother and our father. So we're going to bring one from each coming together. So when we're writing in our column of our child's genotype, what do you think is going to be there? So whatever you circle, right? So for our child genotype, we're gonna have one from our mother and one from our father. And we've already circled which one is coming from each, right? So what are we gonna write in our child genotype column? Yeah, so whatever we circle. So you guys can go ahead and do that now. And see if you can try to figure out the child phenotype. If we said that the dominant is more powerful, then think about what would the capital letter be? Would it be dominant or would it be recessive? Okay, so we're filling out our third column right now. And we're going to see if we can try to guess our phenotype.
So we're a child. We get our traits from the youngest. Yeah. So we know which one is coming from which one. And which one's coming from the father. So they're going to come together and make baby. And that's that baby Miguel.
So we already know this?
Yeah, this is third column. You have a question, Miguel?
Okay, let's bring it back up here. We're going to talk about the fourth column. I need attention up here. Okay. So, on the back of your page, or if you have 2 pages, flip it over, you have a key. And it tells you what the different letters mean. So, this key, is this for, what key is this for? Is this for our genotype or our phenotype?
Genotype. I mean, phenotype.
Yeah, for our phenotype. So we want to know what our baby smiley face is going to look like. So, for example, okay, so Natalie, what did you guys get for the eye shape of the child? Genotype. Well, for the genotype. Okay, so Natalie's group got 2 capital E's for her child's genotype for the eye. And so if I have 2 capital E's, and I'm going to look at my key here, capital E, I'm going to go to the eye shape. What would her eye shape be? Would it be the star or the blast? Star. The stars. Why would not the blast?
Because it's a capital E.
Yes, because it's a capital E. What if I had a capital E and a lowercase e? Would it be a star or a blast?
A star.
Why would it still be a star?
Because it's the dominant gene.
You guys are awesome. All right. So I'm gonna give you about 2 minutes to fill out your child phenotype, and then fill out part B. Okay.
Are you trained for that?
What time does he have the latest?
Okay.
Base color yellow.
Will you do me a favor? Will you get the marker bins out? I think you guys might need those for this. There's the pink and the black bins on the top. Yeah, you set them up there. What? The bins up there. You guys are table 5 or 6, right? So get 5 and 6 out there. Valentina, would you get bins 3 and 4? Right here, Josh, on this desk. Your groups 3 and 4. So we can get boxes 3 and 4 out. Thomas, you are groups 9 and 10. Do you want to get the markers and colored pencils for 9 and 10 out of the room over here? Natalie, you want to get 7 and 8 the color bins? Div, your groups 11 and 12. We will get 11 and 12 out of the bins, the coloring supplies. Would you get 11 and 12, please? Francisco, you guys are 1 and 2 or 1 and 2, groups 1 and 2? Groups 1 and 2 bins are right there in those boxes.
Get ours?
Baby's
Just
pretty.
a box? You say 1 and 2?
Yeah.
11 and no name.
No name is for sure you.
What about things? Number 12 or what? Got number 12.
Your group 11 and 12.
11?
I don't know. I was asking people. I swear I
Oh my god. This is just like our company.
So, like, Sean is beaten so, Dominic
I'll get it.
It's bigger than the other one. Yeah, basically.
Okay, make sure y'all filling out part B. I'm gonna give you like 5 minutes.
Wait, you don't have anything you say?
Right here.
She got a whole baby.
Mine was like 3 minutes. Like 5 seconds. Where's the white?
Oh, bro, that's too quick.
Natalie, the markers and erasers are in there. Thank you. Put that up.
As long as you know.
We got a lot.
Can we name our baby?
Ever walk? Oh,
Okay, are you guys finished? Okay, so bring it back up here. We're gonna recap on our vocabulary terms. Okay, so our genotype we said was gene. Our phenotype we said was physical. Dominant means stronger, superior. Recessive means inferior. Heterozygous means what?
More than one difference.
Different. Give me an example of a heterozygous trait. A heterozygous genotype. Using any letters.
Capital C, lowercase.
Capital C, lowercase c. Give me another one.
Capital P, lowercase.
Capital B, capital
Okay. And homozygous is
Same.
Same. Give me an example of homozygous.
Capital C.
Alright. You guys are awesome. So,
Thank you very much.
okay, so with our heterozygous, our capital C and our lowercase c, let's say the trait we're looking at is, I don't know, curly is the capital C and straight is the lowercase c. So what would our phenotype be for this?
Can you reiterate that?
So if capital C is curly and little c is straight, what is this phenotype? Curly. Great. So, okay, so you guys all have whiteboards, right? We're going to see if we can do some Punnett squares. Because with genetics,
Can y'all be quiet?
with genetics, it's important because why? Determine your identity, what you look like. And so, what scientists use to, let's say, so for in your group, you like mommy smiley face, daddy smiley face, baby smiley face. What if you want to look at before you have kids? Because maybe you have like a disease or something, you don't want your child to get it. And you want to see, like, what are the possibilities, what is the chance of my child having this particular trait? So we're going to see how scientists do that. Okay, so who's ever heard of a Punnett square? Okay. What does it look like? A 2x2 square, right. So everybody draw a 2x2 square on your whiteboard.
Glad we met you back together. My boy.
Well, you don't have to touch
Okay, so from y'all's packets, Valentina's table. Give me a genotype for the head shape that y'all got for your child. The genotype.
Capital C.
Capital C, capital C. So, Valentina and her. Valentina, were you the mother or the father? You're the father, okay. And so Valentina is now a grandparent, and her child is capital C, capital C. And for this table, what did you guys get for your child for the head shape?
Head shape oval.
Genotype. For the head shape. Lowercase c, lowercase c. Okay, so, and they're now grandparents. And so they had a lowercase c, lowercase c. So Valentina and Miguel's babies, smiley face babies, grew up, right? And they want to have babies now. They want to have their own smiley face babies. Because smiley face babies are so cute. And so this is how we do a Punnett square. I know some of you guys are familiar with this. We're gonna go over how to do it. Are we listening? Okay. So whenever we're trying to do a Punnett square, what do y'all think the first step would be?
Drawing a square.
Put the letters.
After we draw the square.
Put the 2 letters.
Purchase the drawing.
Okay. So the first step when you draw a Punnett square, you're gonna put either the mom or the father up here. So we'll just put this baby up here. And the Punnett square is all about genotypes. We're gonna draw our genotypes and try to predict our phenotypes, okay? And so the little c, Miguel's baby, is gonna go on the side, right? And I'm gonna put the line in here. So what do you think we do next? Yes.
Put O. What's that line that I'm doing?
It means capital.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like C.
Who wants to come up here and show me?
Assyria.
Huh?
You want to show me how to do this? The first place?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
I'll erase one of them. I knew it was wrong. I got it.
Why are you erasing all of them?
Because it's not right.
Well, don't
The
erase
first
this.
one was right.
Don't erase this one. Okay. Yes, you thank you. Is this right? Okay, give me a thumbs up if you think it's right. Give me a thumbs down if you think it's wrong. Okay, why do you think it's wrong? Why do you think it's wrong?
Because the dominant trait's supposed to be a primary recessive trait. What's the capital letters?
Yeah. Wait, so I had to write.
Well, it kind of doesn't really matter.
First, so I had.
Okay, is it right?
Yes.
Yes. Raise your hand if you think it's right. Raise your hand if you think this is wrong. You think this is wrong? Okay, so basically, this is how scientists predict offspring. So when Miguel and Valentina's babies grew up, and they had their own smiling faces. They came and made, these are like the possible outcomes of their babies. We don't know. They might have one, they might have two, they might have 8 kids. We don't know. But this is the possibility.
So many.
And so this is basically how we do our Punnett squares. And if you still don't understand, basically what you do is you have this letter here, and you bring them down to the corresponding box. That make sense? Raise your hand if that doesn't make sense. You don't get it?
And see, I thought I did that at first, like when you,
Maybe if you try different methods, it'll probably help.
you know, like the XY chromosomes, like when they show how it's X and Y, like with the parent, it's XX. Like that's the same. Never mind. But I thought it was gonna be lowercase c, like with the.
So, well, when we get our traits, who are we getting our traits from?
Parents. Or parents.
Both of our parents, right. So if this is, you know, the mom and this is the dad, the mom has 2 capital letters and the dad has 2 lowercase letters, which means what? You're going to get one from your mom and one from your dad. So what are you going to look, what are your genes going to be?
Oh, well, like
Yeah. So you were right the first time, I think.
oh.
So basically, you have the capital letter here, and you have a lowercase letter here. So you're going to bring those letters down, and this is one of the possibilities of what it's going to look like. I'm good. So I'm going to give y'all an example. I like cats. So there's these 2 little baby cats that grew up into like old people cats, and they have black. One of them is black. Ooh. So if one of them is black, and I want to say that black is dominant. So what is that going to look like?
Big B.
You said big.
Well, I want you guys to show me an example. But first, we're going to come up with the genotype. Okay, so if our black is dominant, what is the genotype for this black cat if it's dominant? If black is dominant, we're going to use the letter B. So a capital B and a what? Okay, so is there another possibility? So we can have a capital B and a lowercase b. What else can we have? Yeah, we can also have a capital B and a capital B. Who knows why?
Hey.
Oh yeah.
And dollars.
Yes. Yes. So we're just gonna say for this example, this black cat has a big B and a little b. And it's gonna come together with a white cat, and I'm gonna say the white cat is recessive. What is that white cat gonna look like if we Okay. So see if you can do this on your own. If you can do a Punnett square with a daddy cat, big B, little b, and a mommy cat, little b, little b. I'm gonna give you like 45 seconds to do
Big
this.
B and little B. Oh, we need to show you everything.
Yeah, you know me.
Una raca. Una grúa.
Hold them up. Show me when you're done.
Una raca es una grúa. Aquí no se llaman grúas, aquí se llaman racas.
One of them's wrong.
Like this.
It's B, right?
Where y'all put the marker? Okay, so most of you guys seem to have gotten it, but I'm going to pass around a scenario for you guys as we wrap up our lesson, okay? And I want you to do it on your whiteboards, and then call me over.
Nice.
You should be a teacher. You shut up.
Hey, we're going to be nice.
No, pero no se ve. That's you.
Where can I get some markers?
You can borrow one for some markers.
Okay, so you guys have done a really, really good job. So here, this is what we are going to do. I think that you guys have a pretty good grasp on this, but just to make sure, we're going to take a look.
Wait, does that go per grade?
Yeah.
Wait, it's a real
This is a real grade. So it's gonna be a silent activity where I'm gonna talk to each other.
Hey,
We're gonna be silent when we do this. Okay?
hey.
This is a silent activity, so if you have your test or your quiz, please don't talk. Because this is for a grade.
Excuse me. Can I say? Oh my God.
Let me know if you didn't get one. All right. 5 minutes on the clock.
to the middle of the sentence.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you.
Wait, can I see it? I don't know if I finished checking the boxes. Oh, yes. And then I didn't go back and check this.
No, Jackie was coming. Oh, yeah. You can't turn this in.
Yeah, don't turn it.
Thanks.
Hey,
A serious, I mean.
Here you go. Yes, ma'am. She asked me.
Excuse me.
I keep on
Okay, once your paperwork has been collected,